Figured I'd do what I did with Attila and Rome 2 and try to win all the battles, the quest battles, on legendary difficulty. The Battle of Bloodpine Woods, the Empire versus the Empire, Empire versus Empire Successionists, I think it was. Successionists. So, I've set up in the forest handgunners to the front, swordsmen, then I have my halberdiers in the center, spearmen on the flanks, crossbowmen, making sure I have the enemy within range, Reichsguard over here on the flanks. So to begin with, it's fairly simple. Just start shooting, trying to deal damage. The Reichsguard is going to move up to the flank. Then it's going to try to hit all of these units without hitting the spear units. And I get a decent charge here with the Reichsguard. I don't manage to hit everything. I need to pull out. But this will split up the enemy forces. And these units take a bit of damage. I send Karl Franz in. This is very important because Karl Franz, on legendary difficulty, it's quite hard to break enemy troops, so I need my troops to be in top fighting order. And I need to damage the enemy troops before I engage with my troops, because one-on-one I am going to lose, even though I do have a superior position. I think through proper micromanagement I should be able to do well here. So you can see Karl Franz tearing through the spearmen. The Reichsguard keep charging in against these units, getting a lot of kills but also taking damage. Now the enemy character has charged. Swordsmen won't do much against enemy characters. However, halberdiers will cut through his armor. And since I'm in the forest, I won't take that much damage from artillery, but any hit is bad for me. So I'm going to send my Reichsguard around the flanks, and I'm going to try to take care of this artillery. The artillery causes some friendly fire. Karl Franz doesn't take that much damage from fire. And you can see Richter Weismund here, he is barely taking damage from my halberdiers and my swordsmen. But my primary target, these mortars and the hellblasters, because the crossbowmen are taking care of the enemy crossbowmen. Since the crossbowmen have turned here, they're not firing at my troops in the forest. And the Reichsguard are doing an extremely important job in silencing this artillery and in keeping the enemy engaged down here. So I need to be super aggressive with my cavalry in this particular battle. So Karl Franz has won against the unit of spearmen. Now I can use him to rear charge. You can see Karl Franz, he says he's not using Galmaras. I see you holding Galmaras, Karl Franz. So now I can rear charge here. Pull back the crossbows a bit. And I'm going to go for another charge with my Reichsguard, because these spears are not braced. They are going to take a bit of damage from the charge. And I can't do this live because it's way too difficult to play on legendary difficulty and comment on this at the same time, especially when you have a shit army like this. So now Karl Franz rear charges the enemy character. Does a decent job. So Mr. what's his name? Mr. Richter Weismund is holding the line. Now I'm sending my swordsman down the hill. I need to turn off the foliage, because if not, it's very hard to see anything. So charging down the hill, setting these guys up for a nice charge from my Reichsguard. If I can find my Reichsguard. Where's the Reichsguard? I don't know where the Reichsguard is. There they are. So the Reichsguard are going for a rear charge now. There we go. Closing in on 100 kills. They're going to get some more here. Very, very important to rear charge when you're playing on legendary difficulty. Cavalry charges are still powerful. You just need to take care how you use them. And this is where things start turning to shit, because now the enemy is pairing with another army. The units are not the main problem. The main problem is enemy characters. and I hope these units shatter and don't come back, so I try to fire at them whenever I can, but I also pull back into the forest, because as you can see, my stamina has been depleted. These enemy troops are fresh, and I really want to try to regain my stamina before the engagement starts. But that means that several of these enemy units are coming back. So now I'm just waiting, again, getting hit by artillery fire, which is pretty bad at this point. So at some point I'm going to have to pull out my Reichsguard, because standing here and taking this amount of fire is just not very productive for me. I have few enough men as it is, so I'm taking the charge on my swords, I'm sending in Karl Franz, want to create a blob for my Reichsguard to rear charge, sending in the Halberdiers as second line, and sending in the Halberdiers as second line. They can do some damage actually. Now my Reichsguard are super shaky from having taken damage, but I really need to take care of the Hellstorm and the Mortar. Taking fire on the way in, running through the forest. And the blob is very shaky. Karl Franz is going to do well in a blob like this. Hopefully my infantry is able to hold as well. This spear unit is very tired. It's not going to do too well, even against handgunners. So I did manage to get my Reichsguard into the fight, but they get chased by Pistoliers. A few of them get shot down, but it silenced the mortar, it silenced the Hellstorm rocket battery. Now the blob is again super shaky. Karl Franz is beasting out kills. I just need to keep the enemy character away from my crossbows and my especially my handgunners. My handgunners are going to win me this battle if I can keep them alive, because they can snipe this Hans von Sanger, while the crossbows fire at the Pistoliers. The Pistoliers don't have the best armor. My Reichsguard have regained their morale. The Pistoliers charge in, breaking several units, but I am just focusing. I want to kill Hans von Sanger. That's my main goal here, and I'm going to try to use the Reichsguard to break any enemy units. So getting into another rear charge is going to be extremely important here. 141 kills already for the Reichsguard, and getting a rear charge at this point is exceptionally important. You can see the kills are increasing quite nicely for the Reichsguard, and Karl Franz is actually going to go down against Hans von Sanger. Hans von Sanger is killing way too many of my men. But now he's taking fire. That's going to be the only way I can kill him. Kill any routing units with the crossbowmen so they don't get a second charge in, and use the handgunners to target. Here we go. Use the handgunners to target Hans. You can see, focusing fire, he's taking a lot of damage. I'm sending my Reichsguard away, taking a bit of friendly fire here. I wanted to try to knock down Hans. Now you can see when he's not in the blob, he's taking a lot of damage from handgunners. But I do need to pull back, I do need to kite properly in this battle, as the Reichsguard run around trying to break units, shatter them, make sure they don't come back. And if I can make Hans face away from me, he's not going to get his missile block chance. And that's going to help taking him down as well. Pretty crazy that one man can run towards a line of handgunners and not die. I mean, characters are just way too strong in this game. It gets a bit silly. Now here come I've given an attack order from the Reichsguard, but I think the Reichsguard are going to break before they make it there. So I just want to get the charge in, get some kills, regain morale, and you can see getting the kills has made them stabilize a bit here. The crossbows finish off the spearmen. And the handgunners keep trying to take out Hans von Sanger. The right guard charging into the spears, breaking the spears, keeping them away from Hans at the moment, trying to pull him away from my main army. Also get him out in the open so I can fire with my handguns more effectively. And you can see he's now actually taking quite a bit of damage. And I want to use the Reichsguard against the Pistoliers to break the Pistoliers, but it was actually my Reichsguard that broke. Pistoliers wavering. And just about managing to kite away here. I'm going to send my crossbowmen in to charge the enemy character. Get a volley in, run away, rinse and repeat as needed. So we're all exhausted at this point. And this is such a close call. Starting to waver, but I'm sending my crossbows in, and it's not like they're going to do any damage in the fight, but they will enable me to shoot this guy in the back. And that's the main thing, even though I cause friendly fire. So at this point, it's just a matter of shooting down Hans. And I win. Very hard battle. But I did luckily manage to win it on the first attempt there. Let's see if we can... Yeah, Pyrrhic victory. And too bad it doesn't say anywhere that it was on legendary difficulty or anything, but... because you can see it when playing live, because the unit icons are smaller and you can't see the health of enemy units, but in replays you can't see the health. So, Reichsguard killed a lot, handgunners sniped the enemy character. Keeping them alive was essential. If I hadn't done that, I would have died. And Karl Franz also did a lot of damage. So, pretty happy about that battle, although it was a damn hard one. Strength and honor.